shit has been trending recently in the social media space, and most of you must have heard about it. And it's mostly about women who come out or are bold to say they're having affairs with married men. Now, now here's the irony about the whole thing. Now, it's so painful to see someone doing something really, really derogatory and being bold about it. Now, some of those women have the courage and boldness. I don't even know who's giving them that in the first place, to say how great dating married men is and how much pleasure it gives them, seeing married men having to leave their wives and come to them as a second option. Now, I don't know which is more disgusting or more irritating. I don't even know if it's the fact that they are bold about saying this or if it comes from the fact that they feel they are helping marriages instead of breaking homes. Now, in a recent podcast, we were very aware of how a young woman supposedly came out and she was saying that, yeah, I have been dating a married man and all that. And a lot of people have been reacting to it. And not only do I find that irresistibly bold, but I found it disgusting. Very, very disgusting, for a woman to come out and say shit like that and, tell the whole world how she's been an asshole and how she's been a prostitute, because I call her that because she is a prostitute, When the woman can boldly say how many men she's had or she slept with, or how much she gains from them, she's literally spreading the prostitution virus. Now, where I have the issue with her is how she was stating that she derived joy and she's been comfortable sleeping with this married man, which brings us to the topic of today's show. Now, in the starting revelation and statistics, it has been shown in recent studies that majority, it's actually a recent study and it's also, a controversial trend. I said majority. I call it majority because it's 80%. 80% is like a majority. It is a majority. Now, 80% of divorced women are reportedly involved in affairs with married men. Now, that is not coming from me. That is a recent studies and recent statistics. And, I know how it is for you. It's shocking, right? Really, really shocking. Now, it makes me to now start to wonder why and how these women got to be in this position. And I assure you, you might not like what I am about to say, especially if you're one of these women who find great delight in not only being frustrated about yourself and your life, but also find pleasure in frustrating happy couples and also destroying happy marriages. Now, let's go over to how it started. Now, we all know how it works. Man meets woman meets a man, and they're both happy. They decide to get married, and, it's all going well for them. And these two people decide to get married. Now, along the way, we all know as married people, if you're in a relationship, if you're engaged, that there's no perfect union, and that problems come up from time to time. Now, these women are unable to manage the issues coming up from their marriages. Now, I am not trying to victimize them at this point, because it might be the fault of the woman. It might be the fault of the man. It might be that she's a victim. It might be that she was abused. So that's the reason why she left the relationship. After that, we now see this woman, picking up these grievances and not wanting to work on it, because I would say there's a majority of women who are divorced and are doing this with other married men are women who, if you check very well, I'm telling you this, if you look at it very closely, you will see that they are the reasons why their marriages failed. Majority of these women who take delight in breaking other people's home, who take delight in going after married men, we can see clearly that it is one truth. Because if she wasn't the one that broke her home, I don't think she would delight, in going to break other people's home. Majority of women who fall out of their marriages because of abuse and because they are victims, they are always not in a hurry to go out with men, or always not even in a hurry to go break in other people's home. I don't think any woman who was a victim in a marriage would take delight in seeing any other woman suffer what she suffered. It could be that the man was cheating on her. And now we begin to ask ourselves, where did these women start going wrong? Where did we start going wrong? It started going wrong when they fell out of the marriage. Now you want to ask me how they fell out or why they fell out. These women think that it is always greener on the other side. The pasture is greener, living the marriage will give them freedom, the freedom that they've never had, and they'll be much more happier as single women. No one has to tell them what to do. It's just them and their kids and all that. But, it now comes to a point where realization dawns on them, because these women begin to go on the outside world and they now come to realize that what they imagined is not what reality is. Now, they now only realize that the grass is not greener on the other side, but it is also that they have lost their value. We all know that as women, our value depreciates over time. Now, that has to do with body, that has to do with age, that has to do with habits and all that. Now, by the time these women are leaving their marriages, they're already single mothers. And now they will now be caught in between having to care for those kids and having to care for themselves. And now, having to come to the reality that single men wouldn't want them, having to come to the reality that, there are many men that wouldn't want them. And it just dawns on them that they have so dropped in value that men might not want to have anything to do with them. And even if men want to have anything to do with them, they won't take it seriously. The men will not take them as people that are worth their attention and so on. And so now the question that people ask is, why do they go for married men? Now, I'm not here to now start dissecting a derogatory behavior as this, but what I can say is financial craving. Financial craving. It's so painful to see that these women hook up to these married men because of finances, because they feel these married men are more capable than the single men for paying their bills and all that. And it's not only being capable. Most of when these women come out of these marriages, they are single mothers, like I said, and most of them, as usual, are, already past their maiden age. Most of them are in their 30s and all that. And they have spent so many years being with a man and accruing a lot of trauma that makes this other younger men not want to have anything to do with them. Now, the reason why they're going to married men is because they feel the married men understand what they're going through, and they feel the married man is already going through what they're going through, and thereby they can be treated. They can have this sort of pity from the married men, this sort of emotional connection to this married men. Now, the thing is, these women in question, these so-called divorcee women, kind of want to crave what their fellow women who are married to these married men have. And this is why I say it's all about cravings. Because they want those married men, because the married men remind them on how they miss being with a man, and he's the only one that can recreate. He is the only one that can recreate that reality that they once had. And they want it currently. So these women turn out to be bitter. They are bitter and angry when they see women who are happy. They are bitter and angry when they see other women who are enjoying their marriage. I mean, I didn't enjoy my marriage. Why should you enjoy your marriage? And it's so sad. It's so sad. Not everyone is married to your abusive husband. Not everyone is going to be married that have your bad character. But the truth is, when you are being pained, when it gives you so much delight. I mean, when you have lost your purpose and all your values, and you feel that the only way you want to get back at the society is by getting back at people who didn't even know you, getting back at people because you're angry that the women are treated right. You want what these married women have. I mean, I keep asking them, because majority of them say, yeah, the wives are the victims, the wives are not treating their husbands well, the wives are the bad people, however they might put it. I keep asking them, if marriage is not good, why do you always keep on going for the married men? If marriage is not good, if marriage is not sweet, if marriage is as painful as she portrayed, why do you keep on going for married men? It's because they are being drawn to one thing. They want what these fellow married women want. They want what these women have. They want the care, they want the attention, they want the finances, they want someone who is being in the system, who is currently in the system. They just want to split that man's attention. And that's evil. They want what that other woman has. I've never seen something as painful as that. I've never seen something as painful as that. And now, after all the whole drama, the truth is, they don't last. And that's the truth I want you all watching this video to go home with. These women don't last. Yeah, they might be sleeping with your husband because they want to have what you have. They might be sleeping with your husband because they feel your husband is the only one to provide for them. Or they are jealous. They crave that care. That's why these women want to compete with you at home. That's the reason why these women want to compete with the amount of love your husband is showering you, because they want it all. Now you must realize, if you're in that situation and you're watching this video, that as a woman who is married to this man who's having this affair with this divorcee, that at the end of the day, your husband is going to dump her. For the fact that she's been a single mother, or she's been married previously and has left her marriage to go out with this man, you're going to see at the end of the whole game that the man is not going to take her serious. This is the reason why majority of these women fall out, if not all of them. We now find that the men, the married men they were following and dating and having affairs with, dump them in the end. That's it, because they put out themselves to be used. And so this man comes to their sense and realize, oh, hell no, she's trying to break my marriage. Already the men know it from the beginning, but they are going before because they want pleasure, because they want someone to sleep with. They want someone to make them feel complete, make them feel what their wives don't make them feel. I'm saying this for women who don't know how to take care of their marriages, or who don't know how to take care of the men. Then for those women who are trying really, really hard to keep their marriages and to be good to their husbands, but the husbands are having an affair with women outside, I would say the man just wants to, validate himself. He just has so much ego, and he feels that you're not enough for him. She's not enough for him. But likewise, that it is so stupid. So this is the reason why. And for the women who are doing this, just know that you are not more than a sex toy. And I'm happy that these women say one thing. And the one thing they always agree to is that this man want them for sex. Now, imagine being a woman where only a man only wants from you is sex. And he doesn't want any of that. He doesn't want your commitment. Because this married men sleeping with these ladies don't want their commitment. These married men don't fucking care if these women go out of their way to have as many men as they want. Because they don't love them. So if you find yourself in this situation, leave. Because he doesn't love you. He doesn't care about you. You're nothing more than a sex toy. And that is abusive. For the fact that someone is just out there to use you. It tells a lot. So I don't see any reason you feel you're breaking a marriage. You feel other women should go through what you're going through. You feel you're right. You are entitled to coming into people's happy homes. Because once a home is happy, there isn't a second woman. It's just one man, one woman, and the home is happy. And you as a second person or a third party goes in to fix yourself. You're breaking a home. It's evil. You're breaking someone's home. You're breaking someone's happiness. And you think it's okay? No, it's not okay, because you are a toy. You are nothing but a sex toy to the man. And once he's done using you, he will dump you. Don't forget, he has used countless women before he used you. And when you walk away, when he walks away from you, he will always see someone better to use. So I'm sorry, but this is the sad reality. This is the sad reality that you see a happy home, and the first thing that comes to your mind is how you're planning on going to, take away the man from the woman, because that is just the idea behind the whole affair thing. You want what that woman wants. You want what that woman has, and you can never have it. You can never have it. So that's it. And for those of you saying, oh, these women are going to be second wives, and all that. Even if the man marries her as a second wife, as a third wife, as a sixth wife, whatever you're calling it, she will never mean that much value to the man. Don't forget, this woman has been in a previous marriage. I'm not talking for those ladies who are single who are doing this. Oh, let me even come to that. Let me divert a little. I want to talk on those single ladies who think that is right, and the man is going to marry them. And most of you say, no, he's going to marry them as a second wife. He's going to marry you as a second wife. Second wife means second option. And I don't think any woman wants to be a second option. He's married someone before you, now he's married you. Definitely he's not going to stop there. You were dating him, you were having an affair with this man while he's already married. What stops him from going out there to have countless affairs with other women? Because it's not going to end with you. A man who cannot be satisfied. That's the reality. So he's going to keep going. That just decreases your worth. That decreases your worth as a woman. that you're married to a man and you are his second option, and then you are more than his second option. He would keep you as a second wife and he would go out there. I'm talking specifically for women. Girls who think it's okay to have affairs with married men and who are so hopeful that this married men will marry them and that's how they become second wives or third wives. And I'm talking for also those who support this fact that they will always become a second or third wife. You will be a second or third wife. You will be a third option. You will be a last option. And this same man will still walk away and have affairs. Take a look at all the women, or take a look at all the single women who married this men as second wives, third wives, who were initially having affairs with the man and then marry them as, second or third wives or whatever. You can see one thing is very prevalent. The men always go out of their way to get someone else. Yeah, they might be in the house, but that doesn't stop the man from continuing to live his, promiscuous lifestyle. That's the truth. That a man who cannot be satisfied cannot be satisfied. If he thinks it floats your boat, or you're okay having another woman's husband, then fine. But the truth will forever remain the truth. You will forever be unimportant. You will forever be a sex toy. You will forever be a third, fourth, fifth, seventh, 10,000 option. You will never be that woman who stole the heart of the man. You will never be his first love. You will never be the one who he will do anything for. You will always be the reason why he married you is because maybe you're good in bed. That's all it's going to end. Someday you're going to realize that your worth is more than a man having sex with you. And I'm waiting for that. Because I know someday you will realize this. If you're hearing this and you're doing it. And the moment reality will dawn on you, you will know how useless you have made yourself to be. You will realize how evil. And then you will watch another woman walk into your home and break your home. Because he did it to you. That means it's inbuilt. It's a character that has been built in him. And he doesn't want to control. It's a character that has been in him over time. If he can do that with you, he'll do that with countless women. Then you begin to sit at home as a second wife, third wife, after having an affair with this man who marries you. And then you're going to see that everything that glitters is not gold. And then you're going to feel the same pain that same woman felt. And you are going to know that it is better to have a man who loves you so dearly and is ready to run to your rescue, and you are the only one in his heart, and you will know the difference between being a sex slave or a sex toy and the woman of his dreams. I am Aerissa Stormrage, and this is Breaking the Enigma Show.